Hey Patron, once again, guys, thanks for your support. So I'm in the lab. I found myself just kind of the base defense I'm going to run against my opponents online. Basically, it is to use the double mug. In particular, this is out of the Vikings playbook. It's a 3-3 double mug defense. What's most important is that you set up your safety depth correctly. First and foremost, your safeties and want 5 yards off with depth at 10 at tight. So safeties will line 5 yards off. Another thing too is they want to bring the safeties inside, so there's less for me shifting things around. So I want to go ahead and put down pinch for my safety alignments. Now, next thing is when you get into your play call, I want you to take a look at the bottom right hand corner where it says shells. You have default. You don't want to do that. Not cover one, cover 0, cover 2, which cover 3. You want to do cover 3. Cover 3 is going to give you a pretty good look on that. Now, from a defensive standpoint, we're going to use cover 1. This is still a wild card for me. This basically the nickel dog 3 buzz. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. One play we're going to go ahead and jump into is going to be this cover 2 invert. This is a good way to kind of basically bait your opponent to make a bad play, and then obviously cover 3. I'm probably going to jump into cover 1 hole or cover 3 match, and maybe jump into cover 2. But the way I like to run this, I like to run my safety over the middle of the field, and that'll kind of get me out of position on the backside if I choose to use that safety. So out of the huddle, we're going to use a very unique play. When I saw this play actually come into as an option, I was like, oh, this is great. This is basically a Palms defense because you've got a man-on-man wide receiver on the right side. You've got basically quarters, and then you've got yourself some quarter flat defenders. So very unique defense. You don't see this when you go online. Run this against ran defenses. Now look what happens. Immediately I've got a very threatening box. I've got basically cover 3 shell. I've got my blitz set up. I've also got my safeties down in the box, and I can take my user, which is the guy user with, and actually put him down. And I've got myself a quick blitz that we can actually hit with our opponent to take care of that center. So pressure's coming in. If he doesn't get rid of the ball quick, that's going to be instantaneous and something that he has to take care of. Now, what's cool about this too is that you can run this particular defense, pretty much stock. I've got matching principles off to the right. I've got a quarter flat defender that's going to basically slide out and protect that flat. And actually, I found so far it might just be the defense that I'm using that the run fits with this double A gap defense is pretty good. And with me usering over the center, that means it's going to be very difficult for him to get away with some stuff. But you can see how that guy actually got himself out of position. You can see the man-on-man coverage is going on right there. Obviously, if you want to send the dogs, you just go ahead and just blitz all. My responsibility is to take that inside receiver that's going to be on the left-hand side, number 14. Once that ball gets thrown, I need to go ahead and get out of position right away. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So you can see what I was doing is he audibled this guy out, so I was making some adjustments, and I got me out of position. But what's cool about this is that if you wanted to, you can go ahead and put out 2 hard flats. You still got 4 rushers going in, and now this is just kind of going to mess up your opponent a little bit with the hard flats. So I've got some hard flat guys carrying. I've got a bunch of man coverages going on. That's what's cool about it. You can do something like so, where you've got basically vert hooks out here. So now you have more coverage. You're going to protect basically the inside. And now I've got a bunch of coverage going on. That was a good read by the computer. That was a good read. I don't know where my defender was at. One thing I was doing a lot in the lab, I was doing the following adjustment. I was going ahead and taking these guys and actually put them into soft squat and deep zone. Knowing I have to play the middle of the field, I want to send 6. Send 6 right there. And basically, I just didn't use that correctly. You could see that was a mesh concept that he was using, the CPU was using. So set up like so. Blitz all. You're just going to go hover over the center, and you could see that, like, for the most part, okay, so that was just a bad tackle by me, but you could see the fits were all fit up, and that guy just got out juked right there. But I do love this this type of play. I can put a mid read out like so, just to get a guy in the middle of the field, and just drop people down. That's what I love about this particular concept. Now, cover 3, I kind of like to run it like so. You can see it doesn't really make much of a difference. I'm just going to go ahead and take that defender on the left side. I'm going to put him in a deep third. I'm going to blitz down right here and just try to go ahead and take away any kind of runs. This is just another way to go ahead and attack that. If you got a guy that runs a lot of mesh concepts against you, you can basically go ahead and do the same thing. Hard flats. And put this one defender up into a deep third. So if he's running a lot of mesh, you know, you could just basically go ahead and have that type of setup. So, you know, we'll take a look at that as we go a little bit further on. So let's go ahead and do that. Another thing too, what I love about this formation is that you can man up guys. Outside pitch essentially was, you know, something I really wasn't concerned about because I got a man defender out there. One other thing too is basically cover 1 hole. This is going to basically give myself, you know, basically, you know, man coverage across the board. Got myself a 3-rec hook, hard flats out, just complete, a full-out defense, or just dropping everybody back into coverages. That's what I do like about it. Cover 2, you can see how they slide a little bit, but you got yourself kind of in a situation where you got a cloud flat out there. So you might want to go ahead and user this mid read, clip, get off of it, and just see if you can catch him off guard with that cover 2 shell type look. So that's going to be, something that you can do. So we're going to go ahead and slide this guy over, and you're just going to go ahead and slide on this guy right here. So if he chooses to run, that's the thing. So I've already ran this a couple times. I had one guy actually hit me with a big play, but I got him down in the red zone, and basically just he was down by my end zone. I basically shut him out, and he rage quit on my first game. So I like this having quarters. Like, not having quarters is just having quarters is a defense is just something that you're not used to having in a double A gap type defense. So this is what I do love about this. So. You're going to see me play this a little bit more often, guys, and I'll keep posting some videos with this defense. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. Until next time.